What up guys, Rob here with RJ Gaming coming at you with another World of Warcraft video this morning. Doing some more Mythic Plus action. Still stoked about that plus 15 that we did last night on the Resto Druid Healer. So got a group down here in Motherlode, just got some summons out. We're doing a Motherlode plus 12 and we're actually going to be running with this group here. These guys invited me over. They're looking for kind of like some faster DPS kind of thing. Just because this dungeon can be just so tough with trash. Like Motherlode is so tough, and they're gonna do a nice timer for me. So I got my extra metamorphosis. Let's get that going.
3, 2, 1.
Good, got it just right. So have that ready. Let's rock and roll. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning. I just got up and I got my coffee here, ready to roll. And gonna crank through this place, hopefully. Bang it out. I got froze. We gotta interrupt that, boys. There we go. That's better. Got it. Got the interrupt that time. I'm frozen. Got that one. Interrupt it! Oh. Pop that, pop this, get some Twilight Dev going. Yeah, buddy. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, this place with trash is just like insane. It's like beast mode, man. Got the interrupt. Don't have interrupt ready. Got it ready that time. Get me out of there. Need this guy. Got it. Nope, no, got it. Got it that time. Ah. So important to know your classes, guys. Know your cooldowns. Know what you're capable of. Know what you're not. Demon Hunter I really enjoy just because it's so simple. Like, it's simple, but it's fun and effective, man. healing is so much more stressful, and I just like being able to kick back and do a little simpler kind of stuff, you know? It's still challenging to min-max and to be able to do everything like really well. You still have to like know what you're doing. You can't just be like a complete nub about it. But forward. So that's important. Just still looking at everything you have. I mean, even if it seems like you've got everything down, just the little tiny things, you know, like putting gems in your sockets and making sure all your stuff is enchanted, like your 2 rings and your weapon. I don't know, just all those little things, and then like trying to get your rotation down just right and stuff. There's always room for improvement, and it will show in groups, and people will be like, man, this guy knows what he's doing, and you know, word will spread in WoW, and you'll end up getting invited back. It's super cool. Ah, why is he on me? No! Down, doggy! No touchy. Sit down, you little goon. Alright, we're at the first boss. Let's do this thing, boys! Where are we going? Are we going back to do more stuff? Figured we would. Come on, high beam them. Yeah, boys. I'm talking about. Oh god. Who pulled the boss? Oh, he started the... Oh, he just started the RP. That's smart. I've never seen somebody do that before. Did you see that? He like pulled the boss to start the RP, so that way the the role playing stuff is done. Time we're ready to roll here. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, big boy. The one thing I will tell you guys, if you have Twilight Devastation like I do, up on your character, and you have it as your corrupted piece, it's a phenomenal corrupted piece. However, in Mythic Plus, you've got to be really careful that you're not pulling groups accidentally. So like you see I'm not facing mine down like the hill here. See how I shot it over that way? It'll come out whichever way your character is facing. So you've got to make sure you're facing the direction that you want to be facing. Or the area that you want to pull, so just be really careful with that. Because I've seen people pull like huge packs, and the tank is like, what the fuck just happened? And that Twilight Devil come out and shocking boom, shot it out front. Who got hit by that? Healer! Come on, boy, move your booty. Move your booty, man, move your booty. Damn, look at the damage. Look at the damage. Fucking demon hunters a beast. But yeah, just be mindful kind of where you're. Oh, get out of the way in front of me. I don't want to be a noob and get hit by it right after I told the healer not to. But I mean, you can see I'm maintaining like 100k damage right here. It's just the Twilight Devastation works so well. So definitely use it. Don't be afraid to use it, but just be careful. You have to know your dungeons and know. Kick that thing in front of you. Kick it. Beware. All those little grenades have to be kicked into the boss, so just make sure you're taking care of that. Not trying to be a DPS snob. You have to make sure you're focusing on mechanics as well. But yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to use Twilight Dev. Just know that it is very important the way that you face it. Right here. Beware. Damaging this unit violates the terms. So he said, what did he say? Back clearing, okay. So we're gonna need to do more of these. But yeah, like, I've been in a Tal'Dazar, man, and that first boss, or no, I'm sorry, the second boss, the guy that drops all the shit on the ground, like, he, in that area, can be so deadly if you accidentally pull the enemies through the gate. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like, the way that you do the skip in the Tal'Dazar, you skip all those crazy enemies right before the guy that drops all the green, and you actually, I got the interrupt on that, skip through them, but then if you're facing the gate, when you're in with the boss that drops all the green slime, and your Twilight Dev goes off, it'll pull the enemies through the gate, and it'll completely fuck up everything. Like, everybody will wipe, and you can ruin the dungeon, actually, with that one mistake. Like, that can be it. Because what you'll do is you'll pull them all through, everybody will die, so everyone, you get all that timer loss from all the deaths, plus you have to restart the boss, so everyone has to run back. It's just not a good thing. Just because of a simple Twilight Dev overlook, you know, you didn't quite pay attention to where you were facing. It's a pretty simple thing to avoid, and where is it? Make sure I'm targeting the right guy here, so... Refreshment vendor, that's the one I want. Interrupt. Got it. And we are done. Perfect. Nice job, guys. Are we back pulling more? Oh, we are. Wow. Back pulling even. It really wants to. Got it. Once that refreshment vendor's down, it'll be better. There we go. Right. Get the jockey guy down next. Next jockey. I forgot about the blinding sands thing. There we go. Whatever you want to call it. Go. Alright. How many more are we grabbing here, boys? He wants to get a lot done here. Let's go ahead and high beam him. On a blur. Might nest right here. This is a big pull. I'm gonna mess right here. Ooh, where's the dog? There we go. Come on, Tank, stay alive, bruh. Where's that Pally healer? Show me what you got, Pally. I know my druid can handle it, but can you handle it? Man. Killing this place is no joke, though. I'm glad that we're getting a lot of these enemy horses out of the way early, though. This is great. I'm wondering if it's because he wants to skip the last part where there's a lot of shit, and some of that place can get kind of stressful. I'm wondering if that's why they're pulling so much back here. Just so when we get to the end, we'll be able to kind of just skip forward, which will be really nice. Going back a little bit. So I'm afraid my Twilight Dev's going to pull what they don't want to pull. That's what I'm afraid of, so. Trying to point it so that it's like we were just talking about. I'm not pointing it where they don't want. There, I got that guy down. Healer will be happy about that. Get out of there. Pop that. Kind of the stands. It's so hard, like, trying to stand in the right spot here. Because as enemies die, they put that poison shit on the ground. So as soon as they die, like right there, you gotta move. Try to get this guy down. Then the orange drop, plus my corruption's dropping on the ground. Like, ah! Now we just gotta worry about this guy right here. Oh, cool, he's gonna pull them over. Perfect. Never mind. All I gotta worry about is everybody. Alright, refreshment vendor first. Oh, Twilight Dev, I love you. Come on, get that vendor. There we go, I got him. I don't have an interrupt up, so hopefully... Oh, dude, Twilight Devin. Wow, that fucking great to have right there. Alright, move them off of that, because they're healing. So that's another thing, that shit that drops on the ground, the enemies will heal if they're standing in it, so the tank is responsible for moving them off of that poison. So not only will it poison you, but it will heal them, so... So he's out of mana, it looks like, I think, yeah. We'll have to give the healers some time to drink. He's doing a good job, though. Really good job for a Pally. Got the little Pally club going on here. Pally healer, Pally tank. Our damage is pretty decent. We've been doing pretty good here. Like I said, we're spending a lot of time down here, but we haven't had any deaths on the clock, and that's going to help us a lot. I don't know if does he want to pull more? Oh, he does. Wow. Let's get on the Emberworm, guys. Recently got this mount with you guys on a video, so if you guys are looking for a guide on how to get it, you know, just check out the YouTube channel. I'll walk you guys through kind of how to get it. And look at that, almost two, you know, just a ton of like, oh, last pack here, perfect. All right. Ton of damage though off of this Demon Hunter with packs, and that's why like on a dungeon like this guy can really do so well. It's because my whole class is built for AoE, for, you know, multiple enemies, so it helps quite a bit, and just it really shines really well in situations like this. Oh. Like he's gonna pull both these packs, so that's cool. It is not. Don't be like that, dude. He's pulling them back, so that's cool. I'm gonna drop my purple stuff down. That kind of just helps everybody out with their health, protects them from taking damage. That's super cool. Spot like that is kind of nice because all the shit's dropping and the tank is dragging everybody back, but if you get caught in a little bit of it, it can really chew up your health, you know? So, get me out of that. I just don't want to be in that because that can literally kill you in one hit, that orange. I've seen it just decimate people. Put it up. Bring this pack back. We want to bring the Earth Shaper back. See, I'm gonna face this way now. See? Watch. See how Twilight Dev just went off? So if I was facing up the other way, I could have pulled that whole group up on the hill there, back, and totally screwed us. You know, the tank would have been like, "Are you kidding me, bro?" So see, oh, there it goes again, down the hill, right? So just make sure if you're running Twilight Dev, you're facing the right direction, even if it's hard with this like poison shit. You kind of have to just get creative, you know, like, all right, I'm gonna turn this way, I'm gonna turn that way. Always have to be thinking about it if you're running Twilight Dev. It's a super helpful thing to have. Not saying don't run it, just saying if you do run it, be mindful what it can be capable of. Got the interrupt on that. So I just had a Twilight Dev proc and used my high beam, so super big damage right there, just right off the bat. Bring everybody back. And just keep moving them down the hill, you know, that's the best thing right here. Watch out, boys. Caught in the orange with your pants down. Bad day. We're already at 69% with trash. That's awesome. And no deaths on the board, which is great. Alright, got that interrupt. There it is. Nice job. Solid tanking, man. They just started to pack up here and just drag. You know, keep them out of that shit so they don't heal. Very important. Alright, I'm glad he's pulling this pack back, because this can really catch people off guard. When we're trying to pull the obelisk right there, and this pack is in the way, it can really fuck with people. Because if the tank actually transfers over, I want to make sure the Earth Shaper gets interrupted. But if the tank gets in the obelisk and somebody accidentally pulls this pack, what'll happen is you'll be caught in two different like fights. The tank will be on one side, like the dark side of the obelisk, and you guys will be on the other side, and you won't have a tank, and he won't have anybody else to help him, depending on who made it over. It's happened to me in the past. It's super frustrating, so you just gotta be really careful with that. 81% what they were looking for me. So. I want to get into this big group. I've got that up, and I have my high beam up. My boy PJL Daily coming at you. He's the kind of guy that named his high beam, so that's what I call it now. Technically, it's the Focus Azurite beam. But we're calling it the high beam. Sounds a lot cooler. There it is, guys. Nice, clean push through there. Now we'll probably handle this obelisk. And this actually, it's not this pack over here that he pulled. These guys right here. These are the ones that fuck you up, man. Because you'll end up like I said, he'll click the obelisk, he'll transfer over it, and then everybody else is trying to click it. These guys get pulled, and you're like, ah! Because there's no tank. Everybody's trying to survive. I hate to say it, but as a demon hunter, a lot of time I'll take the aggro, and I'll just fucking tank it. I'll pop Metamorphosis, and just go fucking ham, you know? Because I have to act as a tank at that point. And I'm one of the classes that can do that as a demon hunter. I can sort of be a little tankier with my health and my abilities, so... Probably handle this obelisk, and we might be doing a pretty decent skip here. I'm wondering. So we got to handle these eyes first and foremost. See if I can catch two of them. These tentacles will respawn if you guys just run away. So you gotta either handle them here or handle them where, you know, as you're moving along. And I recommend just getting them down right away. Get them all done. Help each other out. As a healer, stay back. Don't leave your fucking guys behind. If they don't have great health and they're stuck in pools, because they're gonna be dying if they're standing in stuff. So we're doing pretty well, actually. Honestly, we handled a lot of trash already, so we're going to be able to do a lot of skipping, and that's going to be really important. So we might time it if we continue to kind of push the way we have been. We'll see as we get closer up here, up the hill. This tank is he's a beastie boy, so he knows what he's doing. This guy will be down, and then we're gonna work on this first boss, right? Or sorry, second boss. Get outside of my thingy. So basically, this guy, if the ads are always first, okay? If they have Raging Gaze on you or whatever, the guy that's doing the Raging Gaze on you, you need to run from him. Don't try to just tank it, because it just won't work out well. We're doing Raging Gaze again. Oh no, my first death. No! I was trying to move out of that and I couldn't get out of it quick enough and the guy was chasing me around. Shoot. I'm so sorry, guys. Dang, man. That's alright, no biggie. No biggie. I should have hit Blur. That's what I should have hit, but... Unleash your power! Beware. Will consume you. The blood of Azeroth. Yeah, I was trying to move out of where the ground was breaking up, and I was being chased by the Earth dude, so I was being focused by him, and that's what ended up smoking me. But that's alright, no big deal. These guys are actually doing a pretty good job. They might just handle this, so hopefully. If they can just knock it down, it'd be better for them to kill it, honestly, time-wise, than for me to, you know, for like a reset to have to happen. So they've lost a lot of DPS with me, but they'll handle it just fine, I think. So once they're on the boss, they should, I don't know if have they already popped Time Warp? I don't know. Did we use? No, I don't think they have. So maybe they're saving it. Only thing I can think of. A lot of time you'll see when they get to that point where all the Earth Ragers are down, the boss, they'll hit Time Warp. And the boss will, you know, you just smoke the fucking boss down really fast. But they might just be saving it. Since they're handling the boss so easily, probably just save the Time Warp. Beware. I should have been moving my ass. That was totally my fault. That's not on anybody else. Yeah, see, it just happened to him too. Like, the mage. It's okay though. They're fine. The boss is almost down. And then once he's down, I think if we release here, I think we come back right here. I think. Is that true? Remember? Yeah, release. Yes. Yep. You come back right there. So what I'm gonna do, I can get on my mount, so I'm gonna repair real quick, just to make sure we're topped up. Jump in here, head down the hill. So we have 2 more bosses left, a few enemy forces left. We might make it. We might time it. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I feel bad about that death. That really hurt us. 90. All right, we're back in it, guys. Back in it. And that's another thing I wanted to tell you guys. Like, if you ever get in this position where, you know, you get jacked up in a dungeon, it's okay. Like, you know, just try to try to just pick your head up and get right back in the game, man. Like, don't let it totally ruin your dungeon and be like, oh man, nothing's gonna go right now. So we gotta interrupt blowtorch, boys. I'm gonna just pop this just to get rid of these guys over here in this corner. Get it, get it, interrupt it. It's like nobody else is interrupting. Like, I can only interrupt so much. I'm gonna put my purple down to help people out. I'm gonna blur. Myself a little bit, There we go. Nice. Alright. Move out of the crap. Where's our... I got the interrupt on that one. I don't have an interrupt ready, so hopefully... there we go. I'll say somebody else has got to get it. There we go, nice. So I think, unfortunately, with all the deaths, we might not make the timer, but that's okay. I still am okay with where we're at. We've had a pretty good run, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is a tough dungeon to time. It's just so... okay, they want us to run. Such a tough dungeon to time, man. So basically we're gonna run up and probably just tank everything across the water here at the third boss. But just with all the trash, it's so hard. Like, you've got to really, like... the timing has to be perfect, everything's got to be right on, man. And it can just be really challenging. I feel bad about my death. I should have been moving a little more, but... like I said, stuff happens, man. If we get the 12 done still, though, I mean, that's still 470 loot for the loot box at the end of the week, so... it's kind of what we're looking to accomplish here. Get our weekly done. I still can't believe that 15, dude. Woo! That was crazy. If you guys haven't watched that video, check it out. Should be done uploading actually now. I'm uploading it at the time of doing the dungeon. Because I did it last night at like 2 in the morning. Finished it last night at 2 in the morning. And I didn't want to upload the video at that time. Leave my computer on. So decided to upload it when I did this dungeon this morning. So this is our third boss. We'll get her done. This is what we're gonna do. Kind of just popping everything here. Or I should have waited. So we got 5 minutes on the clock. We got... I think we're almost on the enemy forces, aren't we? Warrior, you gotta move, bro. Ah! And she's done. Nice. Solid. Alright, so I think all we gotta do is get to that obelisk, really. Let the healer gets everybody sort of topped off here. Like I said, don't want to really be facing the wrong way. Always think about that. Always, always, always with Twilight does. See, keeps popping off, man. Don't want to be accidentally pulling packs I shouldn't be. Alright, this guy's down. Huh. There we go. Okay. Enemy forces are down, so we can actually do the obelisk and crank it, I believe. Just get close enough to touch it. Don't want to pull anything. Oh, it was 1% off, dude. He's like 1%. I got feared back. Get me up there, boys. Come on. Probably gonna get feared, yep. Not down the hill. Oh god. Get me up there. Thank god I have good mobility, right? Yeah, we're just barely not gonna make the timer, but you know what? This is gonna be a good run for my my score, my Mythic Plus score. So I think this will be our best run. It won't be timed, but it'll be as far as like the time that we took. It'll still be a good run. And I'm proud of these guys, man. Like I said, it's hard. You know, you random groups, you're not used to working together. You kind of have to figure each other out on the go. It's hard. But I enjoy working with different people, and sometimes it can be tough, you know. We're just barely gonna miss this timer though. I mean, just barely. I'm gonna pop just pretty much everything I've got here. Homing missiles, get that out of there. Twilight Dev keeps cracking, that's good. It's helping us. And we're gonna miss this by like nothing, dude. Just because this part of it right here is more mechanics, so it takes longer to finish it, that's all. They've got to drop this guy down on all the different little like totem thingies, see that he dropped down? We have to destroy all those before he comes back down, and that's the only reason we're going to miss the timer, but hey, you know what? It's all good. So the guy with the one red over the head, see that right there, how it marked him with red? You want to make sure if you're the guy with red, right there, yep, me. See, right, he comes over to there, see? And then the guy smashed it, boom, like that. And so he's got red on his head, I'm gonna drop him over on there. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ah, we missed the timer! No! I'm just kidding, it's fine. So now we're just gonna smoke this fucker down, and he'll be dead. Not a bad run. So I think the best mother load that I've got on this guy is actually a +2. So it'll really be good to go from a +2 to a +12 on my score. I'll show you guys afterwards what I'm talking about with the score. Try to break it down a little bit. Nice, good job. And we are done. See how close that was? What about like a minute? Maybe? A minute? I don't even know, dude. But 39. Oh, dude. Yeah, new weekly best. I just saw it up there, so that's great. Alright, so let's click this bugger. I don't think I'm gonna do a bonus roll because I don't. It's all 460. You know what? Does he have? I have a couple of trinkets here that are 455, so I will bonus roll it. See if we get a trinket. Nope. AP. It's all good. Because we can go buy another bonus roll after too, so no big deal. Alright. Damn, just missed it. So we're gonna head back and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about with this Raider IO score here. So basically it's an add-on that you can get. It's called Raider IO. And what it does is it kind of scores you on your performance in raids and dungeons. But really what the dungeon thing is, the Mythic Plus, shit, I went back here. But the dungeons is where it really kind of shows. So we'll go here and like this is our, if you hover over someone's name, like, I need to really go back to, so, I've actually been farming out here in Hellfire Peninsula for gold each day on 3 of my characters. That's why I have my Hearthstone set to Hellfire. I totally forgot and I clicked it. It's like, oh shit. So we'll head back real quick over to Borealis and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And some of you might be familiar with this, but for those of you who aren't, hang out for a second and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the score on my Druid is the best that I have so far. And oh my god, after last night doing that Siege of Borealis +15, so I had never done a Siege of Borealis at all on him, like for Mythic Plus. So that's gonna be like to go from a nothing to a timed score on a +15 is gonna be a huge increase. So I'll show you. So if we go through town here, of course nobody will have one now that I'm running my mouth. Right here. So this guy. You can hover over people and you'll see how I have, so when you have the add-on, it'll pop up. So this guy's Raider IO M plus score over there on the right side of the screen is 1006. His best run is a +15 Toll to Gore. And he's done Nyalotha Heroic 11 out of 12. So that's 11 out of 12 bosses. And then normal, he's done all the bosses. He has a 15 timed 15 plus runs 1. So he meant the timer out of any 15 one time. So let's see if I've got another one here. There we go. So this guy's score is a little lower, 275. It'll also show you the role that the score is in. So this is a tank. So his tank score 275. He's +2 to a 6 siege. So Siege of Borealis, and then he's got time 5 through 9 1. So it kind of gives you an idea, basically, if you're setting up a group. Okay, like, who do I want in my group? This guy right here. The best run is a 15 freehold, 1,214, and he's got must be his 15 freehold. This is only timed 15 run. So for me, like this guy, I've got 687 as tank or DPS. Kind of run both on this character. Best run is I did a +2 to 13 Waycrest Manor, which was a fucking beast of a run, crazy fast, like insane run. And we timed, let's see, timed 10 through 14s. I've got 4, so I've got no dungeons over a 15 on this guy. So it kind of gives you a way to like build a group, you know? So when you go through and you're like looking to put a group together and you've got your, you know, your key and you've set up you go into your pre-mades and you go into dungeons and start group. You set this up and as people are joining, as you see their name pop up, you'll see that what they have for a score. And you can also see like a lot of these leaders. Like look at this guy, 17 Shrine of the Storm. He's a healer. That's the leader of the group. His freaking IO score is 3007. He's done a plus 21 Waycrest Manor, and his best for dungeon is a 19 Shrine of the Storm. He's had 20, 10, 20 timed runs over 20. And he's got 250 or more runs that are timed over 15. That's fucking insane. Over 250 Mythic plus 15s that he's beat the timer in this season. That's fucking crazy. So this resets every season, you know? So a new season comes out, it'll show your old score, but it resets the score. So dude, this guy does Mythic Plus like all fucking day must be. Holy shit. That's just crazy. So I mean, you can kind of get an idea. You know, you see a healer like that pop up applying to your group, you fucking accept him right away. Like quick. Get his ass in there because he's a beast. Um and some people don't have a score. And you know, let me say that like, you know, I I think that if someone doesn't have a score, it doesn't mean you shouldn't invite them. You know, like that's not really true. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say. Some people say like, all right, you know, they need to have a good rate or IO score. Some people have a minimum. Like if you look in a group, make sure when you're applying, you know, if you're not the guy that's setting up the key, some people will say like, some people will say like 1,050 or you know 1,500 score or higher. That's what they want. So if you see that, if they've typed that in, don't apply if you have a score of like 600 because they're gonna decline you and they're gonna think you're an asshat for not reading the description for the event. So just and don't feel bad if you get declined. I get declined, guys. Like I get fucking declined all the time because they're looking. You know, I always say as a tank, it's super easy to get into groups because tanks are very hard to find. When you get into the hierarchies, people start to get very picky, and they start to actually they'll wait. People in a 15, you know, if you get a couple of DPSers that are trying to put a 15 together and they want to be successful, they will wait 30 minutes to put a group together. Like, no joke, or longer. They're patient because they don't want to ruin a 15 because they accepted somebody who doesn't have the experience and you know they don't have the score to back it up. So they'll be patient and they'll wait. So you will get declined as a tank. You know, as the things get higher and more competitive, you can still get declined. But like in lower dungeons, oh my god, as a tank, it's like all right, yeah, get your ass in here. Who gives a fuck if you're horrible? You're a tank. You're gonna just take all the damage and get smacked around and whatever. So tanks are the easiest, I would say, to get accepted. Then next is healers. Healers are I find it way easier to get accepted as a healer on my account. Especially, so there's even like different types of healers and tanks that are wanted for specific weeks. So there's certain weeks it's like, okay, like a week like this, I would say like pretty much any healer is fine. Like, as long as guys are moving out of the stuff on the ground and it's not really people aren't taking a ton of damage. But if there's weeks where like you have damage that's incoming constantly, all the time, like there's the ones where if you kill the enemies, I forget the name of it, but you kill an enemy and you get like the stacks that start to happen, and your health is being ticked down. Druids are wanted that week. Druids are like sought after because druids are very good at healing a ton of healing through the whole dungeon non-stop. Just constant flow of healing. Um, then there's weeks like explosive, where if explosives go off, you kind of need healers that'll bring people up really quickly. You know, your paladins and mistweavers are going to be better for that. So every week is going to be different, and people are going to be looking for different types. But if you have a good Raider IO score, that's just another thing that can sort of help you. get accepted. And then obviously damage dealers, it's the hardest to get into groups because you're competing over every other big dick damage dealer. You know, if you're a 468 average eye level and 7 people apply and they're over 470, well, guess what? You're going to get fucking declined. That's just because people look at eye level and people look at Raider IO and they look at those two. Now, there may be a rare occasion where if your Raider IO is super high, let's say your Raider IO is 1200. That's not super high, but it's decent. And you apply and everybody else that's applying is sub 1000, like they're under 1000. You might get accepted with a lower eye level than those other people have because your IO score is higher and they know you've had more experience. So I'm not saying that like one single thing is going to get you in groups better, but I will tell you this. Take pride in your class, take pride in what you're doing, learn your rotation, get it perfected as much as you can. You're never going to have a perfect rotation. There's always going to be hiccups. You're going to miss things. You're going to step in stuff you're not supposed to. You're going to get hit by stuff occasionally. But try to really hone in on being the best you can be and really being sharp. That's the first thing. Know your class. Okay? Know what it's capable of. Know what it's not capable of. Know if you can do interrupts. Know if you can dispel. Know just your basic attack rotation. Know any other utility that you might have. Do you have pets? How do you disable pets? How do you enable pets? Like, just know all that stuff right from the get-go. Learn it. Second thing, know the dungeons. Get in there and start doing just Mythic plus 2, Mythic plus 3. I mean, shit, if you're really, really new, don't even do Mythic plus. Do Heroics and stuff. Just start learning the dungeons. The problem with Heroics is a lot of time the people are overgeared at this point in Battle for Azeroth or whatever expansion we're in, and they'll just blow through the dungeon. You're never going to see the mechanics. So you're not going to be able to learn anything because people are just killing everything very quickly. So you kind of have to get into Mythic Plus, but get into like a plus 4, plus 5, even like plus 6, and just start learning. Start be, oh shit, what the fuck? How did I die right there? Oh, hey, you got to watch out for this. Hey, you got to watch out for that. Oh, okay. There's guides on every single one. There's YouTube videos on every single dungeon you can watch. You can watch my videos. As I'm going through, I try to explain some of the mechanics, watch other people, and kind of try to know the dungeons, and the best that you can. You're never going to memorize everything perfectly, but try the best you can. Next thing is gems, enchantment, stuff like that I was talking about. Make sure your gear is squared away. Make sure you're wearing the right gear. Make sure you look up like what Azerite gear is best for this, what essences are best. Try to min-max your gear to get it the best it can be, don't show up to a dungeon where you've got 4 pieces of gear with gem slots and you have nothing enchanted and there's no gems in any of the gem slots. Because people are going to inspect you and be like, who the fuck is this guy? He's got all these opportunities to put stuff on this gear and he's coming in here. It'd be like having trying to think of a good analogy. It'd be like having a race car and putting in an engine that's not the most powerful the car can handle. But having the other engine available to you. The engine's sitting right there. All the little, the carburetor, the fucking whatever. I don't know. I'm not a big car race guy or whatever, but, like, all these little parts, the injectors and the fucking, air intake and the exhaust and all that. You've got all these nice parts available to you, but you just decide to put on those pieces of shit or not put anything on at all, and then now your car runs like fucking crap because you just haven't taken the time to go through and make it the best it can be. So make sure your enchantments are good, and make sure your enchants are good, your gems are good. And then another thing, next thing would be Raider IO score. So make sure you're trying to run in every dungeon. Try to get a score for each one so that it makes your total score higher. And that's really it, guys. Just get the experience, take pride in what you're doing. All those things will culminate into you being a better a better player for Mythic Plus and for rating too. Rating is the same thing, but it's especially for Mythic Plus since there's a lot more randomness to it as far as who you're with. A lot of time with rating, you're in a guild, you're in a raid team, everybody's kind of working together as a team on certain nights of the week, so it's a little more organized. But Mythic Plus, when you're popping on kind of like I do and you're pugging and you're just getting in random groups trying to get accepted, that's sort of the game you have to play. So those are some tips on bettering yourself and bettering your IO score and kind of, you know, getting yourself better at the game. And ultimately, what it'll lead to is having, you know, having good gear and just think you'll just climb higher and higher and higher, and it's very rewarding. So I won't ramble on anymore, guys. I just want to give you a few tips and tricks on how to, I guess, be a little better in the Mythic Plus arena, especially the Pug world of Mythic Plus, which some people don't even try to do. But with my kind of schedule, and with a lot of your schedules, I'm sure everybody's got lives, and you know they got kids, and jobs, and you might only have, you know, 2-3 hours a week or whatever to get on to do Mythic Plus. So you really need to maximize that time. And so hopefully that helped out. And if you guys have any other specific questions, leave them in the comments below. If you guys want to see any type of specific content, again, leave it in the comments below. If you like the video, leave it a like. And until the next time, guys, talk to you later. Take care.